Welcome, guys. Another Sunday, another Fireside. I hope you had a very well weekend. You enjoy, you touched some grass, you had some good time, and you had some break from the charts. Because unfortunately, we need that as well. Keep it like a day job as well. Please take the time for yourself as well. It's not all about the charts and trading always. Weekends should be for resting and enjoying your life and your family. I'm gonna do that as well from now after last week. So let's say we start with the biggest elephant in the room. Let the chart do the talking. And I'm sorry to break it for you, but that's the most important thing what you need to understand and need to learn, that there is nothing else will give you the exact direction and exact information about any kind of trading or chart or any kind of information than the chart itself. I will hammer this to the death constantly because this is the most important. Now, nothing else will give you the exact information than the chart only. The rest is just additional extra info what's lacking behind on the chart because the price coming first, the chart adjusts that, and then the indicators kicking in, right? There is a follow by that, and there is a rule strict what we follow. So that's why this is the most important thing what I actually will cover today. And everything what I'm gonna say today in the stream is gonna be all about let the chart do the talking. It doesn't matter what people as well think, doesn't matter what people say. They always, unfortunately, will be people who will not agree with you or be completely blinded by any kind of news or any kind of something what somebody else say. Keep in mind, be and try be open-minded about the things as well. Understand and respect the thing what people say, even if they are rough, harsh, bad, or any kind of direction that they come to you. Understand that they have as well their own reasons for it to do. Like I said, I will never change. I will never do different things. I will never say things that people want to hear. I will always tell you the truth if you ask me about the charts. How they look like, what we do, where they go, what's the best plan to play them out. And that's going to be always the transparent truth. There is no point for me to, in any kind of sense, lie about anything or disinform you for any kind of reason because it's not first thing first, it's not who I am, it's not why I'm here, and it's not why we are mentoring you guys. We all want you to be profitable in any kind of ways what you like to do, how you want to trade, and what you want to achieve in trading. That's what we are here. We are not fucking influencers from I don't know TikToks, Instagram or whatever, what's scamming you on the service and they don't teach you shit for bag of money what you need to give in them. No, that's not how we are. And there will be people who are not agreeing with us because we're telling you the truth how it is. So unfortunately, it happened to me as well. Anyway, I'm still gonna continue it. I'm still gonna be myself and I'm still gonna carry on how it is. Why? Because I'm telling you just what the chart's telling me, what to say, how they are, how they behave, and probably in which kind of direction they go. So there is no point for me to sugarcoat it in any kind of way because that's the worst, I think, I guess, what you want to hear from us. If not, then you just adjust and do your own thing. But don't go against anyone else and say that they are maybe wrong or maybe incorrect or something because things can happen different way as well. That's not why we are here. We are not here to measure our egos or any kind of things to do. We just do our jobs and actually have fun with the charts and play the game of earning as much money as possible, right? That's what we are here. We are all of us want to become more liquidate, right? We want more money out of the charts. And that's the game what we play. We play the game of chess with the market makers, not with ourselves. And especially, please, guys, not with the community self. We are not here to bash each other down. We are not here to measure anything or prove anything to anyone, right? We are all equal, first thing first. We all started from the bottom and we all have our own goals in kind of a same direction, and still we try every single day to be better in being a human, but as well in trading, right? So I will stop yapping around about those things. Let's go to the charts, what we are came from to do eventually. I'm gonna take a sip. In the meanwhile, if you want to that I'm gonna have a look in on a chart or any kind of ticker, feel free to send it to me. And if you have any kind of questions, then of course, please, you can even come up to the stage and ask. And if not, then you can go in the chat and type it in. Either way, please, by all means, do it. So every single Sunday, what we do is start from the high time frame, and we're gonna see where we came from, as in the weekend, and where we go properly. On the monthly, not much to see. We are still far away for it to be closed, but eventually still the same area. You want to close above the yearly to have any kind of continuation to the upside. If so not on the monthly, then you know what that means. I'm not gonna say it because I might push a little bit too much panic in the room right now. It's not necessary. We're still focusing of closing above the yearly. Everything what's happening above the yearly, it's fine. Everything what's gonna happen below the yearly, for some people might be a little bit less fine. Let's go to the weekly. So as for now, we are struggling, not really struggling, we're holding the December level, right? That's the level that we are holding right now. Losing it, that means of course we go still to the yearly, but then we will see if we're gonna hold or how we're gonna hold it now. So far on the lower time frame, when we're gonna see it later on, we kind of ish, and you can see it over here as well, we test everything. There is just one particular level what I will look for long. Yeah, you hear me correctly. I will look for a long position on the Bitcoin if we get there, but I really want to see how we gonna hold that level. I will come to that. First thing first on the weekly. So today we still have okay, let's say 6 hours left for it to close. Close it below December, then we're gonna have again the third bearish candle close and then close below the December. That means, of course, we will have a continuation for the yearly with eventually definitely with some kind of pullback to the upside to test kind. Why it doesn't work? Uh, Pullback to the upside. And then, of course, the continuation, and then we will see how we carry on the yearly level. If we're gonna hold it, yes or no. That's still in the making. For now, let's focus on the December level. That's the most important level that we want to see any kind of action from it. So yeah, 6 hours to go, plenty hours for movement. So keep an eye on it, especially on the lower time frame, how the charts behave and in which direction we go. And then yeah, let's see how it's gonna be. I might be in the evening as well to stream it or to check it or to see. I always do on the Sundays. That's my favorite thing to see actually the weekly and then the formation of the new weekly. So that means the flow of liquidity and levels and everything around. So I like to do that. So I might stream that as well later on. So for now, we want to see hold of the December. If not, then we still have room to run to the downside for the yearly, and then we will see later how it's gonna be. Daily, it's actually the same as weekly because it's the last day of the week. So let's see how we're gonna survive that. We eventually had a little bit more action previous days than the last those 4 or 5 candles. So there was some volume, there was some structure, but still it's messy in my opinion. This doesn't say anything. Even if we close previous weekly above, we still came to the downside. Why? Because there is a lot of pressure. You can see it over here as well. All of those wicks means we close, we went up or came straight down. That's the pressure from the both sides eventually, and it's kept going because we didn't go even higher. We didn't even gain anything. Yeah, you can argue you had the gain over here. For me, like now on the daily, that looks a little bit rough as well and as a fake out. So it doesn't say much because we still didn't have the continuation what we could have. Right now, we're still going to test the lows from Friday and yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, Friday and Tuesday, of course. So yeah, let's see how that's gonna go. And if we're gonna fail the weekly and the December, of course, because then close below, you might still have a ish of the pullback up to test the high and then continue to the downside to go to the lower positions of the candles. And like I said, I still somehow have a feeling that we might have here a long position. I will show you later on the lower time frame what I'm looking for. That's one. I'm not gonna jump straight ahead on the gun. I want to see any kind of confirmation on the position. So please don't quote me on everything, but let's see how that's gonna play out so far. And then we have our lovely 4 hour. And now I get a little bit goosebumps when I look at it because what happened. So 4 hour, the most important time frame. Let me have another sip. Like I already said, almost 2 weeks. It's not that I'm fully bearish or any kind of thing. No, I'm just playing the charts. And the charts gives you more opportunity to short than to long. Why? I will show you. So this from this movement from this low to this high, we had one big push, right? It was massive, most aggressive and really big push. I really thought we're gonna just break out of it and continue, but we didn't. We didn't do it. This was this whole price action over here is weak as F, and you can see it on many kind of things. Wicks, of course, not no gaining any kind of specific highs with the close and have any kind of continuation, and you create and all of the time you create lower lows till okay, you can argue that this didn't do it, but even here you didn't do it and even here you didn't do it, but eventually on the second row go you did. So who knows, we might have it over here as well. Continuation in lower lows, that gives you sign for the downside and the weakness of the market. And I can say that I will mention that over here, over here, over here, and over here, people came after me. Where are the bottoms and the dumps and the low of the markets, what we just talking about? But over here, over here, over here, over here, you don't hear them. I'm sorry for saying that, but I want to point out how the market behaves, where the market is, people's emotions change as well drastically. Believe me, that's you don't want to actually to know what I went through and how much backlash I get from it. But like I said a couple streams ago, I talk about it. Uh, I talk about this. Oh my God. I talk about the range. And I said to you guys that I can already point you out how the emotion is gonna be over here from people, and the emotion is gonna be here from people, and over here in the middle. And always, they are always on point, unfortunately, because they are always gonna fucking long this, short this, and panicking over here. Look around, look around your group, or look around your people, or who you know with who you're trading, and see how they behave on those levels. It's incredible. But anyway, let's go back to the chart. That's the most important. It looks weak as fuck. Like always I gonna say when I see this kind of formation or structure. Why even over here, people will argue with me like, yeah, because we close above this. We had to close above this structure. Yes, we did. I don't give a shit about this structure. I care about this. Look at this whole structure brought us over here to this low. And then we came back voted to do this. I don't care about this. I care about this. Did we broke about above this? No, we didn't. Yeah, we came with the wick to take the liquidity, but the closage is still below. And where do we go? Test the lows. First thing first, we're gonna eventually test this low. If not, then fill the wick and see how far we go from there. So guys, please don't jump the gun if we have like big ass green dildo or any kind of movement to the upside from like downside or any kind of move to in big percentage or pushes of anything. Don't FOMO in with your trades, but as well with your emotions. This is really important. Keep yourself in check by that. I mean, let it run. See where it finish, see when it close, see what the next candle behaves, and then make your decisions about it. What's gonna happen? Because of course it's easy to say over here and everybody gonna jump the gun with the emotion like, oh shit, we're going to the moon. No, we fucking not, because we've been there after that. It's not the point of talking about this. I want to see any kind of reaction, formation and conformation. Like we always said, of the beginning of those strings, what we're gonna learn is to confirm your trades, to confirm your emotions, and have a conflux in all of the indicators and information what you received to take the trade and to know where we will go. That's all what I want to say about that, because the thing is the chart's telling you exactly what's going on. And of course, you have this week, you have this week, like we've been there, and we have this week, we've been there. But let's see if the second time we have the strength to go again there and have a better structure. But so far, we didn't, and we still don't. There is no structure, there is no strength in it. Look at the whole market, what's going on. There is more money going out of the market than into the market right now. So who is going to tell you that we're going to the moon right now? And even then, guys, you need to understand as well one thing. If you look at the whole range structure, right? This, 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 and even this, but even this is your resistance. This is all resistant above us. We don't have the strength to go in parabolic like that through it because you don't even imagine how much energy and money it need to have it to do that. And we don't have that cushion below us yet to do that, in my opinion. All right? That's why I'm seeing it. You need to have a lot of strength to break out of this shit. But then even then, when you break out, you still have a pullback and then you have a continuation. Or maybe you go higher, that doesn't matter. But still, We need a lot of strength to go through this. Don't even think we're gonna go in one straight go. Like, for example, 20 years ago, we used to do it. That's not gonna happen, and it never did. Look how much we struggled over here with this resistance. Look how much we did over here. Eventually, we came back. But then what happened? We took out the resistance. We came all back, right? And it's same over here. I mean, with the support, exactly the same. We still struggling with it all of the time. So be prepared for it and I mean, realize it that it's not about how fast we go. It's about the structure, what we said, and how we're gonna do it. And we still didn't gain the February. So even then, I mean, guys, you need to understand that we still, if we're gonna, for example, break out from it, right, and we continue, all of it need to be first thing first, close, above, test, go up, close test, maybe go a little bit lower for liquidity to go even higher for it. Because every single resistance what you see over here, you will have aggressive reaction from it. So that means there will always be a pullback from it. Always. In any kind of sort. It's not that we go straight from, I mean, fuck, I wish, really. If we go and we do like big green candle to the upside and we continue, I'm done. Because, I mean, then I'm fucking surprised if that's gonna happen. So far, it doesn't look like. Why? Because we are facing still to the downside. Let me have a sip. Even people get scared to come into the stream. Okay, so right now we still going to the low, test, fill the wick, test the wick, and even for the weekly in December, see how that's gonna roll out. Okay, so this is the 4 hour. We still didn't gain, and I will show you one thing from last week. Those are the levels from the last week, right? What we said for the people who've been here. And I said gain 4 hour for the upside. And I put it even on the low of the swing from the 4 hour. And look what we did. I'm gonna wait for Smyrn because I see he's typing. I'm wondering what he have to say. You are shivering out of a splash too much water in the pen. So that the best. You see? Yeah, shiver out of a splash too much water in the pan for the sauce. What's my best bet for the take? What kind of sauce? Indian style curry. Reduce it. Just let it cook for a longer. Reduce it and add a little bit of cream if you have it. Just a little bit. Make it thicker with it, and just and let it reduce. Just cook out the water from out without the lid. That's fine. But first, before you're gonna put it in it, reduce the water. Just let it simmer for a couple minutes. Oh, and long and short ratio, it's 60% long. So there it is. Still, nothing changed. Still Polish powder of X plus an Adrian stream. Thanks, Sam. Oh man, everybody's talking about food and I still didn't eat. Oh. Yeah, so about the curry, reduce the sauce. So let it simmer for longer. Water will evaporate eventually. And then if you want to a little bit thicker, then you can use a little bit more breadcrumbs to it. Yeah, it's fine. No worries. You will be safe with it. I seriously thought you're gonna say, ask something about the charts, but there you go, asking about the food. Continue on. No worries, man. I wanna hear how it's gonna end up later on. Enjoy your meal. Stew for my snacks after workout. Nice, man. Nice. Okay, stop talking about food, man. I'm hungry. Oh my God. Oh, okay. So, like I said, we still didn't gain any kind of levels what we set, right? Till I'm gonna see any gainage literally above this level, pull back and then continue, then I will say we might change any kind of structure in the continuation. But so far, like I said last week, we set this level. I didn't care about this one because that level was not the important one. Why? Because this one brought us all of the way to the lows from the whole structure. We came up and we didn't even close above it. Yeah, we went higher on the wick. That's all fine and dandy. That's cool. But we took the liquidity and now we are continuing to the downside. So there it is. Let's be clear about that. Okay, so far we are continuing to the downside. Now I want to show you something else what I'm always looking on most of the times on the daily closes and opens, of course. And the things what I'm looking in Sundays most specific. And that's the leverages from the market. Oh, and there you go. There is my other sign for the downside pressure. These are the liquidity bands, what we are using in our liquidation indicator. We trading below the band of 50 and 100 axis. That doesn't look as well good for me for any kind of upside till, like I said, and then when you gain February event or any kind of structure of 99 or 100K, then you might talk like, okay, we might go to the upside, might, but then I want to see any kind of confirmation, conflux, and continuation in it before any taking strict thoughts about going up. Okay, that's one. But then the second one, the most important, are the levels. I want to show you something what I'm always looking at and we are always talking about in the streams by Viking. So it's hard to explain. You need to see it by yourself. What I like to do, I switch my liquidations before we have any kind of daily close and open. Why? Because then you will see them actually and active putting them on the screen. And where they are put it is really important. So this is as well as second information for me that we are not really like interesting to go higher. Why? Because first thing first of this area, and we have a little one over here as well. And the third area is actually the whole picture over here, the liquidity all together. Okay, so let's start with those two things. This and this are liquidity gaps. These are the dead zone called. It is void. There is nothing over here. Blanco. Over here as well. So if there is nothing over here, is it then the good idea and for the market makers to go over here and grab this if there is nothing to grab? Or just follow the price and the money where it is to grab? So for example, over here, right? That's why we call it death zone because market makers are not interested in it. They will never come to the death zone straight ahead because there is nothing to grab for it. So what's the point to go there? Just for fun? Just to prove everyone that we're going to the upside? That's no fine. They're not earning any kind of money over here. So there's no point to go over here. The point is to grab this right now because that's the closest to the price action. And this as well. It gives you way too much room to skip this to go for this little pocket and then you have the dead zone. It doesn't make sense for me in my head. Okay? So if you're gonna see, for example, if you're gonna watch the daily open, then you're gonna see the levels pop in on your screen straight ahead. And the levels, I mean the 100x and the 50x all together. And always they're gonna be like by side and like that, below and underneath the price, below and above the price. But they're gonna be side by side, always. And that's fun to see because it gives me already kind of ish idea where the price might go on the whole day, which area we're gonna follow. Because, for example, let's say this gonna be your daily close, right? Right now, just for example, and the liquidity gonna form over here, and then the another one will form over here. So, which way would you choose? Are you going the harder way up to take this, or just you continue to grab this because it's on your way down? It's as well a way of looking at things where the market might go. It doesn't say it goes exactly that way because still there's a lot more to it, but anyway, it gives you a more clear view which where is the market maker maybe interested in, right? So you can see already, like as well in the history of this move, what we did. We grabbed the 150, we grabbed the 150 over here, over here, over here, and over here. We always will do. That's the always the magnet for the market makers. So tell me, if we did already this move, and okay, yeah, you have already this as well on here, so that's as well a good magnet. But then before this came up over here, tell me what's the way and why it should go over here. Sufib goes crazy. To take this low liquidity instead to go for the higher liquidity on the downside. That's the way what I'm looking at. I personally think we will grab all of it. And this eventually, because I'm thinking as well like it's like a Pac-Man. Yeah, exactly. Like I see, it's like a Pac-Man because you eat the liquidity on your way up. And this might give you a spring cushion to go a little bit higher to grab this liquidity. And who knows, we might see fill this gap today when the new day and the weekly starts appearing. And you can come a little bit higher. But that doesn't mean we're going to grab this because there is nothing. I'm certain we're going to bounce from it if we're going to come that high. Then, yes, we start to close above this area, hopefully. So you might see any kind of direction change. But look how much you need to take for it to appear on the chart and to see it clearly and literally like to work for it. We still need to go to the downside. We still need to go to the upside. We still need to go then to the downside. And then you might say clearly like, yes, we might have a continuation on it, right? Okay, so that's how you can for yourself plan out as well the trade because that's really important, planning it out. That's why I say there's two ways. Even now, especially now, it's two ways how this can play out for me. Okay, I plan out my short from here, still didn't get taken, but still I have my short from here. But I'm planning, and you may joke around right now because I never mentioned it, because I got stopped out on that constantly on the way down because there was no point for me to long it, but I still wanted to prove it that you can long it and it's fact when you're gonna long this all of the time. But for me, I see two potential longs over here if the price will come that far or somewhere like in my area of interesting. Why? Two, there is two because you can have something like that, right? You're not gonna break any structure to the downside. So then you might early see any kind of continuation to the upside. It's very unlikely, but it can happen, of course. If we're not gonna break this in the 95, 677, if you're not gonna break that and close below, then yeah, there is a chance to long this area of interest and then have some potential to go to the upside, but then it's more long like a scalp and see how far we go. And I always gonna short this for the hedge, always, because there is no point to go higher right now. Or we're gonna break this structure, come lower to take this liquidity, and then have a continuation. Because you might, and I mean by this, okay, let's draw it differently because you have the wick over here. So I'm guessing we will have something like wick into it, come back and close somewhere over here. And then continue to the upside to grab the rest of it on the Monday. Why is it important? Because then you close below the whole structure over here. And that means we still have the continuation to the upside. Even we're gonna go there, grab this, go below, and then continue to the downside. Maybe. Those are the two potentials when I'm looking for it right now. And if not, if we really gonna be aggressive, I mean that speaks about itself. When we're gonna do a wick like that, come back and do something like this, then eventually, yeah, you know what's gonna happen because it did already. So this kind of formation, I'm looking actually to see over here somewhere. I hope the first one gonna play out like that. So we're not gonna break this structure, but I'm not sure what's gonna happen because I'm not the micro maker, but I always plan it. I have my two long step in, like over here and somewhere, I guess here and here I set my orders in for long. Let's see how that's gonna play out. But this is the two options when I'm looking right now for it. And if it's play out, let's see. But so far, we still going to the downside to grab the liquidity, right? We leave this behind. And it's not often you see build of this liquidity. I guess, I'm not sure, but I think this is like three or two X100 and X50 liquidity on top of each other. You don't see that this often. So for me as well, this is a sign we will bounce from it straight because it's really big as level to grab. So yeah, that's the sign of the liquidity and what I'm looking for every single day open, especially the weekly open is really important because the weekly feels more than the daily. Yeah, see, and over here as well, that liquidity, that liquidity. So you have so many area from bouncing still from it, and there is I mean, there is no even logic opinion to go straight up, grain, and grab everything and continue to 120 or whatever you want to say. There is always a way to go there, and there's all need to be a build structure of any kind. So, so that's on the liquidity. Then I want to show you this. Pardon. I know it's a lot, but still, just for information, don't look at this too much, just for information. Stablecoins are almost 57% in cash, and the rest is going down. Like, okay, shitcoins, let's not talk about it because there's like a lot of shenanigans about it, and it's dying in its own natural habit. So forget about that. Altcoins are quite low, and large gaps following by. Still in the middle, but following by. Let's see how that's going to change. All of the order metrics are facing to the downside. So still facing to the downside means continuation for me. If I'm going to see any kind of direction back, then we will see. Still, same with the liquidity over here. And as well, what I find interesting, we quite trading below the point of interest on 4 hour. So as well that's as well the level what I want to gain and really continue from it because still it's point of interesting and of a point of control actually. So the price is controlled below that point. Okay, so that's as well like a issue that I have with the whole upside movements. Then there is one more thing what I want to show you, and keep in mind this is quite important as well. It's not much changing per day. I want to see how that's going to change in a week time. For now, USDC, USDT, in total, actually in percentage, we are almost 60% in cash. That means 11% went down from the Bitcoin in ETH, Solana, and in Atom. So if we keep cash on the side, that doesn't mean no way that the market's gonna go to 110K in one go. If this start to flow into the market, so we're gonna change any kind of direction, yes, you might have any kind of push. But does that mean that all of it comes back into the market? No one knows. But still, it's a good indication to keep an eye where is the money. Because where the money is, there are the people to buy and sell from it. But then eventually when they're gonna keep it on the side, there you go. The market is not gonna move. Not much. Right? Keep in mind on that one. And of course, it's changed by any kind of direction, but I keep it on 4 hour because that's I want to have much clearer and efficient way of looking at it, what's happened with the market. And it's as well funny to see when you have the chart on top of it and you follow the lines, for example, how everything behaves in the market structure-wise with the flow of the money. So it's quite good to see. Let's go back to the, what does that say? Oh, see, even over here, like, let me switch back. I don't need this. It was for the test only. Let me have a sip. Good to keep in mind. Thanks for the reminder, bro. Oh. Wait, what? For new trades, also where to market make sometimes place liquidity order as trap. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they always will. And the liquidity will always come in both ways. Always. If it's in the top or upside. But then the rest of it, the whole information around it, gives you more like, all right, which one we might take first, right? Yeah, they're always going to be up and down, so always double check with you. And as well, it says enough like, what's the most logic place to go right now, right? I mean, for now, it's not logic to go there and then go here, right? Why? Because fucking hell, it's easy to grab this and then grab this and then see what we go further from here, right? So that's try to, I mean, it's hard because we don't know how the market makes things, but try to think like in which order would you grab the money? The easiest and less um, energy cost to grab the money from the market. After having a coffee and toast, you're having a really exhaust. Oh, you had a nice nap? Good. I had the two worst sleeps. But anyway, let's not go there. What I want to say? Oh yeah, over here as well. Like you can see already how much exhausting was this movement. Just looking by the bands as well. Like it's horrible to see this because there is not even movement on it. So it's yeah, quite horrible to see. And I'm using the screener. Actually, it's quite handy to look at it like what's the movement on all of the time frames. So for now, I mean, yeah, of course, until the 1 hour and low time frame are quite bearish, but then the rest is like stable or neutral kind of vision. Of course, monthly is going to be most of the times bullish because that change quite often, quite rarely. But yeah, it's good to keep that in mind as well, and the bands, of course. But so far, yeah, we still coming to the bands, and we didn't even flinch or move on that one. So it's not much to say about that. I want to do this. Oh, swing levels. Yes. Okay. Let me have a sip. Is it so far clear for everyone? Does everybody understand what I try to say and what I try to give you qua information? Okay, come on, okay. I didn't expect that, but okay, cool. Now I'm happy that it's clear eventually. That's all good. So we are on the same page eventually. So, like I said, I'm planning and it's planning. It's not that I'm gonna execute it right now. I wanna see any kind of reaction on this area and somewhere I guess it was over here as well, a little bit lower or something like that. I want to see this kind of two areas. For me, that's interesting to take any kind of longs, scalp, and let's see how far that's gonna go for now. If I'm gonna losing this of not me, the market. If the market is gonna lose this area and we start closing below on 1 hour already, I'm gonna have some concerns. And 4 hour as well. If we're gonna start close 4 hours over here, I'm not really sure if we're gonna bounce from here then, but then it's gonna be too yearly, and from yearly we might have any kind of bounce, maybe to test this whole swing, because that's gonna be the bearish backtest, and maybe we'll have a continuation. But let's see. That's why I say it's not that you take blindly those trades because I said so, or the just because the liquidity is there. No, you still need to want to see any kind of reaction, especially after this, because there is no certainty we will even have a bounce from it, or we will go lower. There is no certainty. We know that we still didn't break above this. That's the only certainty what we have right now, and we know we have a continuation to the downside for now. If we start breaking weekly in the December, we will find ourselves to take the liquidity over here. Then I want to see any kind of reaction. Might take a scalp long. If not, there is another one over here. And those two settings, what I'm looking for now in the new week only. That's the only thing. It's just a planning. You plan out your trades. That's the most important. And then I really want to see to break this out eventually. If not, then I mean, you know already what's gonna happen. And I cannot even, I mean, how can I sugarcoat this if we don't break you don't even come close to daily mid swing, but even your 4 hour gain, you don't come even close to it. You still have the continuation. So what do you want me to say, guys? Yes, we go to the 130K tomorrow? No, that's never gonna happen. Why? Boy, if we are struggling over here, what do you think we're gonna do over here? It's a reality when you we need to think about it. Don't think and don't try to get manipulated by any kind of news or any kind of bullish bullshit what you see or hear around you, because that's not gonna work. That doesn't push the market. The price is pushing the market. Let me have a sip. So yeah, then. And even for now, I didn't set my levels. Like this still is a small swing. So that's why I'm keeping an eye on that one because that's a 4 hour swing, of course. So that's one level. I assume we're gonna have some reaction on that one. If not, we start losing it. I'm gonna delete this or why doesn't? Yes, now it's perfect. I'm gonna keep it for reference. Hard to beat. Yeah, exactly. It is hard to beat. Man, I wish I had something. I'm gonna order some curry as well. You changed my mind. Can change you badge because you wanted to change it. Exactly, fire. Exactly. Indeed. Curry stuff. Curry hits always good, especially on Sundays. Oh, I am gonna order some curry later on. On your stream, I'm gonna order some curry. How's that sound? So yeah, so far, let's see how we're gonna beat those levels and how we're gonna hold them. And like I said, play the levels. You will always, you have the liquidity over here. I mean, the 150 axis. So like now, you always have any kind of reaction from them. You're gonna have it over here. You're gonna have it with the level. You're gonna have it over here. You're gonna have it over here. So always, always gonna be bounce because that's the money where it's from, when getting from. So it always will have some reaction from it. Don't think that this gonna make you this right now because that's not quite possible, especially not in the condition that we are now in the market. You need to think a little bit logically and realistic about it. But yeah, if you see, for example, don't get me wrong, if you see this these two going to the downside over here, and it's gonna be like in minus something or whatever, and all of this gonna be in plus 50, then boy, prepare yourself because yeah, money is flowing into the market. It's a good sign. So then yeah, we might have see any kind of rounding up and continue to the upside. But then still, I want to see, especially now, why? Because of course you did technically did a higher high on the lower time frame from those two levels. This is the higher high. Let's not get confused or not talk about it, but it's still higher high. We've been with the wick below, above those two levels. So this is high. Now you want to create higher low. If not, so then it's going to be lower low. So you need to have the continuation, the structure. You need to have your confluence, and that's going to happen over here. If you're going to close somewhere over here and bounce from here, that's your higher low. Then you go to the upside to grab maybe this, fill the wick or test this if we go higher or not. So far, that's what we're going to create. Any questions so far? Is everything clear? If so, I'm happy and don't have much to say about it so far. I just really wanted to get some clarification about the market, emotions especially, and mental state of some most people who are getting influenced by the behavior of the market, especially the behavior of maybe the news or other people. Make sure your head is clear and make sure you think with your own head as well. Don't let you get you or manipulated by something else. If you guts say something, listen first to your own guts and then make sure that the market is right as well with you. Because there is no point to saying that why taking shorts in the bull market? Why not? There is the money. Why should I not take the shorts in the bull market? Right? Like it's stupid to say not to short. Like if there is an opportunity to short, you short. If there is opportunity to take long, you long. That's it. Uh, you take the both ways, especially when you're gonna be in bigger range, you take the hedge. Why? Because you can and you will, because to make much more money from it. That's all. There is nothing else to say about it. We are here to make money, guys. We are not here to make friends, family, and BBFs and whatever to find your own crush or something. No, you are here to make fucking money. Or, like Smyrn, you are here to lose money. That's what you want, it's up to you. But either way, it's all about money. It's not about fucking feelings or something. If you want to have feelings or something, find a girlfriend. Then you have feelings. But here, you are about to make money, guys. That's all. There is nothing else to it. Keep up making profits. And how you do it? By reading the market, not to listening or reading some news articles who are like fucking behind years from anything or fucking regulations or anything. No, just read the fucking market and play the market in your favor. In your favor, it's or shorting it or longing it. That's all, guys. There is nothing else to it. I mean, if I'm, I'm not here to put you in a weird situation that you're gonna lose money or to make you fucking manipulate that you're gonna long and I'm gonna short you. No, that's not the fucking point of it. I'm telling you, and I always told you what I was shorting and why I was shorting. And sometimes I make a little bit more jokes about it, but I don't give a shit. I'm shorting what I can short, and I will long what I can long. And I'm transparent with everything. You ask me, and I will tell you. Never didn't hide anything about it. Why I shouldn't? Like, there is no point of it because I'm here to make money. That's all. That's my retirement. That's my future. That's my everything, and that's what I'm care about. And if somebody want to prove me wrong, be my guest. Let me catch on the chat because I see you guys are getting fired up. I'm here to make friends, so I can sell them into the money. Dude, I will even sell my whole family, and I'm saying it right now on the stream what's recording. So I will sell my family to put him on the charts to make money. I don't give a shit. You want to find your crush? You bots are your crushes. Give it to the BTC gods. Yeah, I'm not convinced of this. Me either. Sausage party. Oh my god. Yeah, sausage party. That's the MDX party, right? That's how I'm seeing the MDX party is gonna look like. Fucking sausage feeds over there. Good luck. So, are there any kind of questions? Or you want me to look or any kind of ticker, charts, indicators? Please be my guest. Yes, man, exactly. Lady boys all over it. That's gonna be the MDX party, full with lady boys, and Max in the middle. Okay, I assume we're not gonna have any questions. So then I will close my stream. Thank you very much. Appreciate that you've been all been here, and I will see you not next week, week after. I'm taking week off. I'm going for a ski trip. I'm not gonna be here on Wednesday, so the next stream not gonna be anymore on Wednesday. And I'm guessing, I think, I'm not sure. I will try, do my best to do the stream on Sunday, but I don't think that's gonna happen as well. So if not, I might stream maybe on Monday. I'm not sure, but on Tuesday before I leave. So then I will see you in a week. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And see you on the flip side. Later.